Hello and welcome to the market report for the months of June and July 2022. So I could not make a market report in June. I was just superbly busy. I had so much paperwork, so many things, and it's taken about today is the 19th, so it's taken about 20 days extra to make this thing. So that kind of shows there is work in the market. At least I got some. But coming to the point, as we all know, prices have been increasing. Prices have increased from pre-COVID levels at least. We all know that. There were people who were arguing earlier on that no, prices have come down or they will come down, this, that and the other. And frankly, everyone did have this in mind that this could happen, but it did not happen and the prices went up. We can say in South Delhi, the prices from like pre-COVID levels, say from February of 2020 to now, have risen by roughly about 20%. It's a rough figure. It could be 15 or 25 depending on the location, area, what kind of deal. But let us just say in the last quarter or the last 2 months, the prices haven't moved much, except that the next plots which are available are slightly overpriced, so to say, overpriced, because the owners are factoring in what the builders are asking for their builder floors and maybe a little more. So, and those plots are not really selling right now, but some have sold and some will sell shortly. The ones which have sold at a premium. So that means if we were already sitting on a 15 to 20% premium at least, and the newer ones have sold say at 5% more premium, then the market could shoot up by another 5-10% soon. But that's all speculation. It might not. As of now, the market hasn't moved much in the last 1 quarter, except for third floor with terraces, because there is a huge demand for third floor and terraces. Any top floor with terraces, could be a second floor with terrace, third with terrace, even used floors are selling with terraces. The demand for used floors, by the way, is a little less than the ready floors, and everyone is just asking for ready floors. Booking is like, you can say, somebody wanting to buy in a stage where it is going to take 18 months or 2 years to construct. We call it booking. So that I get demand for like 10%. 10% of the customers want that. The other maybe 20% can buy in that but don't really prefer that, and the rest of 60-70% of the people just want ready to move or almost getting ready in like a month or 2 or whatever. So this has been a trend after COVID actually, and frankly, I mean, even before COVID, about half the people always wanted something ready to move, because there was a problem with trusting builders and trusting a seller, and people were always willing to pay a little bit of premium for a ready thing. But right now it seems like only ready is selling, or I mean, the major chunk is the ready floors which are selling. The inventory of ready floors is very small though. Like, I was recently working for someone in Anand Lok, and for a ready floor there is no property in a smaller size of say 400 square yards, but there is a building which is getting ready in the next 5 months or so. So I showed them that, and they were like, okay, just 1 out of 7 properties which are available, only 1 is there which is getting completed in 5 months. The rest are all in booking. So that means their availability will come in 18 months, 2 years from now, or maybe say 15 months from now. Some of them will be getting close to ready, so they will start selling more aggressively, I guess. So the point I'm making is there's a scarcity of ready floors, and but no one is paying a very big premium for a ready floor right now. Although what I do feel is this premium will come, and it will come shortly. It won't take very long, I mean, and the availability of used floors is also there. They are also selling now because there is a scarcity of ready to move new floors, but the demand is not as strong as for the new floors. But I must say, even the demand for used floors has improved. I have sold a few properties which were used, and but they're not selling for like a huge premium or something. They've got to be a good deal. I mean, many times the seller selling a used floor is under the impression he can ask the same price as a new one. Maybe he can if it's just like a year old and as good as new, and one could do that, but if it's like 5 years old or 10 years old, you can't get that premium at all. I mean, there's no way. But the premium for the used floors has also improved. On the other side of like where you go to buy kothis or land or bungalow, whatever you want to call it, we just call it a kothi, a full house basically, you know. And these full houses, we just mean plot. Usually they're going to be broken down and rebuilt, so the value is really of the plot. There is not a lot of inventory available, a lot of properties available. If you go to buy a full house, like I've been getting demand for a 200 square yards, 250 square yards, 500 square yards, 300 square yards. 300 square yards is like the hottest, you know. And we just simply don't have many houses, and the ones which are available, if they're asking too much, they're just straight away rejected. So we are on a kind of a standstill right now. Like somebody is saying, okay, I want 17, and the other guy the buyer is saying, I can only give 16 max or 15.5 max. So there is a bit of a gap. Now this gap has to bridge this. It has to bridge this way from the seller side going down or from the buyer side going up. Seems like it will mostly be from the buyer side going up and the seller side coming down a little bit maybe. It's all a matter of time. I think there is a very, very, very healthy demand of properties right now. I think there is a very healthy demand of everything in the country right now, even with cars, even with all sorts of assets and everything. And the stock market is kind of also been low and going down. I have had a few clients, at least two, who have sold their equity and bought real estate, you know. So if the real estate market takes off, the stock market takes off now, it really goes up. These people may reduce, but then when again it comes down, then these people may again come back to real estate. Who knows? But as of now, a lot of people have moved from equity to real estate. And since real estate like went up so much in Gurgaon or Noida or Jewar or wherever, you know, all over India, I think the real estate has really gone up. Like Gurgaon went more than double, unlike South Delhi, which was just 15-20%. So a lot of people feel they missed the bus, or they feel like they partly missed the rally, and they're still willing to get into real estate now. So a lot of people are researching, hunting, and will close the deal shortly. June, July historically have been like the slow months of the year because it gets too hot, people travel, and then it starts raining too much and whatever. So there has always been fewer customers, and this year is no different. Or you can say that it's not really fewer customers, but it's hard to meet the demand of those customers because there's not much of ready inventory or properties in that range. And when the prices increase, it takes time for people to digest that the price has increased and they have to pay more. In a bull market, this happens, and we are in a bull market. It seems to me a lot of people think there's a lot of news of recession in the US and it might hit India. I'm sure it'll hit India to some extent in terms of stocks and whatnot, but we have a very big parallel economy, and I don't know where the money is going to go if not real estate. And from 2013 to 2020, the prices kept falling, or in terms of inflation, because the value of money came down, there was inflation, so even if the prices were same, they were practically falling because the value of money was falling. I don't know if you understand that, it's just about inflation. But anyway, so it was a bear market for about 7-8 years, and I think the bull market started now. It's been like about 2 years. But also the difference is, now you will think I'm confusing. I'm not trying to confuse you. But the difference is these days the markets move up and down also much faster. So the cycles of up and down have kind of shortened because the information flows so fast and everybody gets onto the bandwagon so fast, and everybody gets onto the stock market or real estate that fast. So anyways, Cutting a long story short, I think real estate still has a long ways to go, and the prices will increase. And I'm a real estate guy, so you might think I am going to say that, okay, fair enough. You can wait and watch. The current market scene is like the market hasn't moved very much in the last one quarter, but it seems like it is going to move up. So real estate doesn't move like this. It goes up, this, up, you know. So stays the same level and then goes up, or it could go down, of course. But in the bull market, it goes like this. It's not like a stock market, like, you know. So I'm assuming the next 2 months will be critical. We'll know if the builders are buying at a higher rate and if the floors also start selling at a higher rate, because a lot of builder floors are going to get ready, and that's when the real sales come in. You know, in the under construction stage, there is a 5% GST, and there's a lot of other things that people don't want to get into with the under construction property, as I said earlier. So let us see what happens, and I'll keep you updated. Just stay subscribed and share these things with other people, and do let me know what you think. I mean, I may be completely wrong from your viewpoint, and I'm willing to hear that. Thank you so much for listening.